Hello there. Did you like the video? If not, do so! Yo, what's up guys? Seiishizo here, new Siege video, the Siege tournament. So actually we got rank 5. Apparently the system worked in a way where we needed at least a 9-point difference, but for some reason they got plus 18 for a win, we got plus 8 for a second place. What? And the third place guild got plus 7 points. What? What's this rookery? So yeah, we have to play all of the rounds. Well, more matches for us, I guess. So in our first match, we had to play against Godsarmy. And to be fair, the match was kind of one-sided. Pretty soon we already saw like, yo, we're doing kind of better than them. And we were just going around with some... Yeah, we were placing some lesser AO or like ADs already in the kind of stuff. They played pretty fair. We also didn't underestimate them. At the start, we just played our best, and then right away, pretty soon, we noticed like, yo, this is actually working out pretty easily. This team is taking a little while, so that's why I speed it up. So yeah, we have our first round against Godsarmy. There was not that much of a difficult route. Afterwards, we will have Origin. Origin had a pretty close match with Yegi Drasil, something like that. I don't know. And afterwards, we will have a match against Aftermath Legends on the next Monday. If we beat Origin, of course. I think we should. So that is coming. That is coming. And this match is just taking a little while. It's like destroying my attack. Only Feng Yang is on destroyer from this team actually, so that does take a little bit of time. And at some point it just threw it on out. But this match actually, I know it. This match took like 6 minutes or something. Hey, win is win, right? Win is win. I'm not really sure. Their defenses were kind of strange. I'm not really sure what this was kind of... Save for this one. They had a lot of Molong defense. A lot of Molong Molly plus something. A lot of Molong Molly and Savannas, which I don't really like hitting, but my guild actually has no problem against whatsoever. So, yeah. Didn't really see much trouble in that. Same as this one, not that much trouble. Even if it would proc a few times, the Bolvik is kind of low HP right now, but now it's not, and then it's very easy. Ta-da! Yeah, if you have these units, you don't even need the skill ups on them. It's still better with skill ups, but this team is just pretty strong. Yay! Rock attack. The most difficult thing about this siege was actually legit getting in the hits, because this guild is so active. Like the moment the tower comes up, you just have like in your chat. It's like, okay, the tower's all being hit already. That was pretty fast. Yeah, they also had a lot of Molong, Asher, and then something next to it, which I guess are also decent defenses, but nothing too great. Thing you want to do, keep in mind, if you use this team as an offense, you want to have reduction from water on the Rika, so this doesn't do too much damage, and then you end up with very low HP. And if that's not the case, then it's pretty easy going. And you also heal a lot with that S2 right now. Maybe a little bit too much. But yeah, in that case, it's not that difficult. And especially if Wusa procs. Wusa is on Vio right now in current set. Normally I use a Swift Wusa because I don't really need Vio Wusa for this offense to win. Just need a certain speed and that's it. But Vio does make it better, I guess. A little bit safer. It's not that I didn't have the Vio runes. It's just that I don't know. I'm actually never really focusing that much runes towards offense. Kind of lazy on that. But for future fights that are more difficult, I would probably have to try a bit harder, because I was actually kind of just using anything that was runed up. Let's just like, yeah, let's go and just do it. And I had to hit fast, and then, yeah, well, actually you call something and then you have the time to switch out stuff. But I was like, Not always, not always. This offense, it could be a little tricky if the Nikki was not pushed back and not armor broken. Well, it's not armor broken, but is it pushed back? It is pushed back, so and it is slowed, so therefore it's pretty easy going. And then you have the sleeping wave, so the Nikki doesn't really do too much, and pretty much the whole team is dead already. So then it's just pretty easy going. I like this team. I haven't been using it that much lately, but I still like it. Then a team I wouldn't probably use normally because you don't really want to use a China Martina into a Kaki. It is kind of dangerous, especially if that one would have procced and rotated. That proc really helps me out, thank you. But yeah, the hits on the Kaki are always going to be minimum damage, and therefore Kaki will always... Oh no, wait, Kinky. Kinky will always use its counter skill, and therefore it's maybe not that beneficial against the China Martina. But in this case, I was like, I think it will work. Especially if you put a heal block. Heal block didn't work out, but yeah, just too much damage, even though no crits. My China Martina are not really crit based, so still does damage. And then Tina I have been using a little bit more, which is the Nigong Plus, the Molong. They're kind of on a different build right now. Didn't really expect to outspeed all of them, to be honest, but oh well, why not? This could be a little tricky actually if the Savannah did anything more useful there. This was slightly a tricky team, not gonna lie. This was slightly like that kind of stuff happening. This S2 could actually strip something. Well, I did have the reduction, or I did have the res lead, which kind of helps out, but this was slightly a tricky team. That resist though. I do have decent amount of accuracy on my Tesarna. I think it's like somewhere 60 plus or so. Ah well, in the end, still win, right? Win is win. Mountain power for 14k. Too much damage, boys. Too much damage. Is what it is. Is what it is. And it actually died for some reason. More mountain power. Yay! Mountain power! Then another hit that apparently was not really tuned, because Nana gets a lot of speed from base. I forgot about that for a second. Oh well, oh well. Issue is, if that goes for a proc, then it actually kills. I was like, okay, just Reckless Assault doesn't kill right now, but a proc Reckless Assault does kill right now. Okay. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Not going that well. 0 despair stunts. Okay. Another 0 despair stunts. Okay. And another proc. Okay. Let's be fair, this was not my best team at all. This was a pretty dumb team, but also it didn't really help for the procs. But oh well. Then retooling the exact same team with a team that does make a slightly bit more sense. So Molly is actually pretty good into Molong because the after Reckless Assault, she's just gonna pretty much full heal. Or well, full heal. Pretty close to a lot of high heal. Savannahs in most cases are very low on the accuracy. Savannah itself also has a res built in, so even if you have no runes at all on Savannah, Savannah plus res lead is already 81 resistance. So the whole team here actually had 100 resistance against the Savannah. Savannahs are mostly like, if you have a good Savannah, you're still topping what, like 40, 50 accuracy. So this team actually did make a lot of sense against this. So bit of a better team, bit of an easy team this way. I should have used this team in the first place. And not that other wonky team. That other team was very wonky. Wonky teams in first round. Good damage, Savannah, actually. Not bad. And for the final hit of today, this was a team I've never seen in this state. Geldenar, Vigor, and Monkey. I don't like the Monkey in there. The Monkey does pretty much nothing there. But I was not sure what to use. That was not a good plan of hitting that on Will Runes. I forgot about it for a second that he actually stole the immunity. So he kept getting a lot of buffs, but the thing is, the moment you have heal block, Geldenar is completely countered already. So any Geldenar users out there, I wouldn't really recommend to use Geldenar next to no cleanse. I have actually no clue what would work with Geldenar, but this is not really the thing I would recommend to use with Geldenar. Yeah, I just don't really see it work. 42k on a monkey, not bad actually. But yeah, this is just, well, if you rotate 4 times, makes it easy. But I don't think Geldenar is necessarily a bad unit, it's just that it doesn't really work in this kind of scenarios, situations. I also think if you build a Geldenar, you can't just build it full tank. This Geldenar is pretty much full tank. If that Geldenar actually randomly had like a good amount of damage, because Geldenar technically could do the same amount of damage as an Odin, minus that it doesn't ignore defense, which is a big minus, but still, you can actually pull out some damage on a Geldenar. I think a Geldenar that does no damage is just tank. It's very weak. So, but I have no clue. Probably if I would get a Geldenar, I would try to make it work, but I don't really see how that easily. I don't really know what teams you would put it into. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure I will make it work. But yeah, that is it for this Siege video. Let's actually check in how the map looked for a second, and how the rest of the map looks. So that was it for this Siege. 9 out of 10. Kinda went in slacking, but yeah, it's what it is. I just noticed my logo was still gone. Well, logo is back again. Let's go into the Siege. I think we can watch a repeat of our match. Yes, sir. So for the repeat of our match, you can see that it went pretty even early on. We actually let them get ahead early on a little bit. But we already noticed, like somewhere around this point, like they took a lot more hits for them to clear something than for us. So with that, it can actually, that's the thing. If you look at some of these maps, the maps can look pretty even. But the main thing is, which they actually should show, is how many swords does a guild have left. Maybe like top left, top right corner show how many swords are left or how many swords are used. Because that's actually the best indicator of like who's winning. Because the current points don't mean shit. The current towers don't mean shit. The only thing that really matters is how many swords are left. And if you dare see like a big gap in swords, like one guild got like 50 more swords left than the other, that literally means you could take 10 more towers. And that's the big thing where this kind of map actually doesn't show shit of what is happening in the actual match. So what we have for our next round, we have Origin. Origin got a pretty close match against Yggdrasil. And after match, we will be playing Aftermath Legends. And apparently I did show my predictions in, or I did show my predictions on stream. And I got 8 out of 8 predictions, which is pretty pog, I guess. But for current predictions, what I would say, wait, I'm in front of Doubt. Okay, so I think first match will be won by N3w3ra. The second match on bottom left will be won by Doubt. Match on the top right will be won by Light Hope, and the match on the bottom right will be won by, I think, Dragon Odin. So that is it for the next Siege. Guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. I gotta hurry up because I gotta start stream and actually render this video before. So gotta go fast.